This is in 1445 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Today again, the schus of learning Arukh HaShulchan should be devoted for the benefit of Yoshua Eretz Yisrael facing the Tzara, Sona in Gaza, and the Yeshua of Klal Yisrael across the world, and especially the Yeshua of the Israeli soldiers who are now fighting in the Al-Shifa hospital. Today we are doing Yerodea Siman Kuf Tzadik Sif Lamed Heit and Mem Gimel. Hamade Kosator Shulchan Aruch Siman the Sif Yuchaftas. Harga Pish Bishanu Tolim Bo Ad Keturmus. If she killed the pishpish, that larger bug, which we're told that up to a turmus. So then the turmus has the status of the gris in all matter of the turmus has the status of the gris in the case where we think she might have killed the bed bug. For everything we say. I can't show it. Simple. That's also for true for us. In place where that insect is to be found. According to this, this was we said there the she killed many bed bugs. Nevertheless, she can't assume more than a gris is that it's larger gris that she's tahira. That's Rosh Shulchan Aruch. Within Pishpishim, that's going to be true by Pishpishim as well. Beim she'll kill a lot of them, and until the she only can attribute it to Pishpishim up to the size of a turmus. However, Yesh Stapek, one can query im litlos the Pishish ma'acholis. Cute. Can you do one Torah with one Pishpish and one ma'acholis in the place of the Pishpishim? So that's the saying is keturmus, but and is a little bit more, but a little more is less than a gris. But now we'll say the vada pishpish nismach shangam v'cholos. We'll say that besides the pishpish, there was also the bed bug crushed there. And just like we learned when she's involved with dealing with as we will learn, that when she's involved with blood, even less than a gris, like a gris va'od. Then she finds on her a gris a little bit more. She starts on the Omer. I say, the stain came from her involvement in blood. There's already bed bug blood over there. Maybe we should say the same thing by a pishpish. Okay, I had to look this up, finally, what a pishpish is. And the translation in modern Hebrew for macholes is a woodworm, which doesn't make any sense, and for pishpish is a bed bug, which also doesn't make any sense. So this is in Talmudic Hebrew, which we're dealing with, macholes is a bed bug, and a pishpish is a stink bug, also called a shield bug, and its Latin name, under which it's listed in Wikipedia, is Pentatomidae. Okay, so in any event, that's a stink bug. So continuing on here. The low tolinon. One of them is Chavas Das, famous that we don't assume pishpish plus macholis. Ufi as far learning okay. Arukh says no. I don't see why not. Sharei Mishneim V'Dvarim, they're two separate things. But we can't say the logic would be the Koshnas B'Chacham Shir. Anytime the Chacham give a shir, lo mitzafin a shir l'shir. We don't join another shir to that shir. Shem Nisask B'Dem, as opposed to when she was involved in blood, there was a shir. No shir was given for that. Naska Bar Begris and Tolaban. There, if she was involved in many sizes of the gris, she can be told that without limit. And therefore we can also assume a macholes together with the blood. I have a little bit pishish. Now pishish called midas chazal, and all midas chazal like this. And this is how we should hold. However, regardless, in truth, lo nami klal dam macholes There's no comparison between the blood of a bed bug, the dam pishpish, and the blood of a stink bug, rose as our eyes see. Much time to see flan base. Like I said previously, therefore, it seems to me nikar dam pishpish me'atzu dam b'chos me'atzu. We can tell that one of the blood, one section of blood is from the pishpish, one from the macholes. Even though they're connected together, you can say yes, there was a macholes plus a pishpish here. Even though we don't have permission to distinguish between blood and blood, if it's red, that's rye blood comes from the body. But by stains, you can go to kula if you can tell the difference. I don't know if anybody today can actually tell the difference. Probably somebody can, but certainly not the layperson. Safe Lamed it doesn't matter when we talk about the assumption of gris and tumas, whether the stain is square, or go round, or mashuch, or elongated. We assume that it was the macholos or pishpish. The pishpish arko karachbo. Even the Gemara says that a pishpish is its length is the same as its width. When the blood which comes out when it's crushed, obviously it has no specific pattern. Therefore, we can assume that it's from that pishpish no matter what. Pashu, this is obvious. This comes out of all the poskim. Every kesem is when the entire stain is connected. If there isn't in the kesem in one place a little bit more than a gris, even though there are many drops next to each other, actually to the point that we join them together, connect the dots. There'd be more than a gris. So each of these tiny drops comes from a louse, which makes tiny drops. Because they're distinct. So there's more than a gris in one place, completely connected. Lamed Zayin. Because I've been a Beis Yisrael Ches. The Beis Yisrael, some say there's only when it's found on her clothing. Observe it's found on her skin. But starting the gris they join out to make a gris plus. Even they're not connected. In this respect, her skin and her garment will not be the same. The Bach and Sivja Tara Pascha say, it's clear that he holds like the first opinion. Even on the skin, it has to be connected. That's why he wrote the second opinion, as Yeshua could darker because it normally does. As far as to distinguish between on the garment, on the skin, is difficult. The Yomashach, whatever you look at it, came closely like a Rambam, and so Shir B'Bsora, since it doesn't know like the Rambam that you don't require Shir when it's on her skin, but that her skin is like a garment, can let me bring the distinction in this area. In Shas, the Machlokes says do the sugya in the Gemara. As far as more, nevertheless, as far is difficult. Bracket says, so he doesn't actually paskin against the Shomri, but he's inclined to. There is it brings is not clear when you have a stain on a place where the garment's creased. But open in a manner now that the creases are creased, near grease it looks like one splotch. Obviously, partial when we spread out the creases, and then the droplets will be separate. In the case where I got do we consider this a gris? Uldaiting here at the bottom it starts. Arukh says to me, it's clear they definitely join together. That would mean that Allah Moshe Messina been a dafka before him. Says Allah Moshe Messina that you have to specifically have separate stains. There is no, you know what? he's saying like this. He's saying it's Mustayv Lagris and therefore she's Mutari. But it's not a Kesem, right? Does the joint have to be a... No. It's going to be a Gris to Asa. So he says it is Mustayv. That the Din Zalachim Moshe Sinai to be in Dafka Mefuradim. Zalachim Moshe Sinai that in order to... I don't know, why does it say Dafka Mefuradim? I guess it's not going to be saying that you need specifically in order to be mati her separate stains all smaller than a gris. No, it's not the halach moshe. It's a logic. There's a good reason for this. The Amir we say ilu hayam megufa if it came from a body, then for sure all of them went together. Lo shibad before it because blood doesn't spill in separately. Here and here and there. So you say must be each drop is from a different bedbug. Here, where with the creases there together, I mean, you say when there's one crease, the blood fell in this place, and it is connected by the creases. Therefore, you can't be lenient in this case. And it says, can you only use daiti? If you find a stain on the skin, Arukh HaShulchan, which is long, like a belt, around, or drops connect to each other, or that the length of the stain was on the width of her thigh, it looks like the blood went from below to above. In other words, it doesn't look like it came from inside of her, from above to below. El Adam ba Malcolm Acher Lamata, but the blood came from somewhere else below, and then climbed up on her thigh. And also when it's on the width of her thigh and it looks like it came from somewhere else. Because if it came from inside, it would not go on the width of the thigh, be on the length of the thigh. And also if it wasn't long like a strip, like a belt, it wasn't round, it wasn't drop. There's no difference. Since below her genitals, we say it would drip from her body, she's told me. Rama she's told me even though there's no gris. When there's a gris plus. We say even though it looks strange, it must have came from a body. Bracket says here, there's nothing to do with the machlos when you need a gris. The question here is whether these strange appearances of the blood could have come from the body. And all the words of the Bach are difficult in this matter, as the Shach wrote. Mem, when Chazal made the decree on Ksumim, they made a decree on two things. And al tumas eisha labala, that the woman should be tamei for her husband, and tumas adavashim tzibal kesem, and the tumah of the thing on which the stain was found. They were made together, these clavers, and that's important. Therefore, they said, if the stain is found, somebody is not makabel tumah. Such as stand on the ground, and what's a kiss on the karka and found a stain on the ground. Also, if she's sitting in the bathroom on the toilet seat, which is not makabel tuma. I'm not sure that this applies to ours, but since it's connected to the ground, which is connected to the connected to the structure, which is connected to the ground. Even though initially, when separate from the when it wasn't secured, it wasn't, but would have been makabel tuma. Once connected to the building, and did a deed, but mitaras keli no longer has the status of a keli. So to anything which is not makabel tuma. When she sits on it, you find a stain. Came in the aim by davar tumas. It says no tuma in the thing in which the stain is to be found. Lo gazu gama tumas ishabala. They also make a decree on being matame the woman to her husband. I don't believe that I ever saw this reason given before. It's a beautiful reason. I never saw it. Just assume that this is the Takonis Chazal. That as you see, Kesem and Davar Shein Makabel Tuma. Okay, it's not. She's not Matam here like Xeris Kosim, but he's giving a bit rationale for it. It's very nice. The other people went to the effort to give other reasons. They are not primary. I guess the other reasons are given the Bihut and the Chavastas. Memav. Therefore, any kelim which cannot become a tuba, from clay such as a stoneware, clay golim, earthen boneware, clay adoma, earthenware, nitzalim kusamin. You find on them stains. Hayisha tar the woman's tar. Upashu dim nitzal clear royal shchiva the matami tumas medris. It's partially that if it's found on a vessel which you can lie on, which is makabel tumas medris, if she lies on it, afshim matami tumas mace, even though it's not something which can come tame tumas mace, makabel ksami is makabel ksam and she's tame. Near that in makabel tumah the rabbanon seems even makabel tumah the rabbanon afshim in atera in makabel tumah you don't rise the time makabel tumah come tame ksami it is tame with stains. Yeshu tzina chmir gam lishul kabel rak tumas negoim bilbad. Some people when they machmer something is just makabel tumas negoim. If a gan buys the korei davar come kabel tumah. Going there's even a house called something is kabel tumah. Shrei yesh nigei batim because they're it's the ras of the houses. Vein it's not the main proper approach. The V'dachal g'dolim divrezeh and the g'dolim reject this. Membe, so a few clear makabel tumah besides that, a little besides that. Even a kelim which can be come tummy once and not on the other side. Such as a pottery, is in time from the inside, and not from the outside. In Yashwala Gav and in Sakesi, she sat on the outside. And found a stain. Ain't a matami. It's not a matami. Can inform a divrei Rambam. Periktastin Zayin and Shah. Koshke kelim machzin yosmer b'alim saw, and certainly kelim which hold more than 40 saw. They ain't a makabel ksumim. They're not makabel ksumim, and she's not tamei if she finds a stain on it. Also, she sat a boat and found a stain Torah. She's told the Sfina Makabel's Tumah. The boat is not Makabel Tumah, because not B'Shabbos. The Chayin Mamatli suppose Megimah also a rag which is less than 3 by 3 finger breadths. Ain't a Makabel Tumah, it doesn't have Tumah. Can't be Makabel Shum Tumah because it can't become Tumah. For Lo Tumas Medres, Lo Tumas Mace, not Tumas Medres, and not Tumas Mace. The kesem al niyar, such as toilet paper, is tahor. The niyar is not makabel tumah. K'mash chesed Rambam, perik beis mikalim, the niyar ain't makabel tumah. Paper is not makabel tumah. Yesh mitzvah lomar, the niyar shalano sumi blois chavas makabel tumah. There is a Pesach name is Shiva Sion, I guess, and also about from the Noda B'Yehuda. When I say our paper, which is not true anymore, which is made from rags, is makabel tumah. Our paper there is made from wood pulp. So for this, even Noda B'Yehuda's chumrah would not apply regardless. But even the Arukh HaShulchan says even by paper made from rags, it's astonishing. The Shorim Masar Bay, they soak it a lot. Achanasa garmi combine shrim till it becomes completely like soaked water. And these part of the garmi and the fibers separate completely. Charach panim then it becomes a brand new product. There's no shame of a garment on this. It's obviously tar. And he says, brackets, have a chasam cipher. Also, I don't barely quote Arukh HaShulchan. The gam niyar didon and makabel tumah and sham. Even the paper back then made of rags, not makabel tumah. Menkemo, the dad, the coals, the kesem and bekesem nimtzo. All this is when you find the stain. But if she checks herself, she started telling me no matter how what she put in there. It goes that same according to those that through a b'dika she's tamei the raisa. Even those who are not sure about that, or feel so in the aim mitzvah, even those who it's not mitzvah, come gam xeras ksamim eina. Nevertheless, it's not part of the decree of ksamim, and meaning that it doesn't have leniencies of ksamim. Especially since to already determine the b'dika havit must be that if she is checking herself, her tuma is midah raisa.